Life can take our breath away. Tragedy can leave a wake. A broken heart won't ever beat the same. And pain can stop us in our tracks, losing what we can't get back, shaking the foundations of our faith. No matter what's in my way, no matter the battles I face,
Hey Lakeside, I don't know about you, but today feels really disrupted. I woke up this morning to my alarm going off. So that usually goes off every Sunday. It's one of those recurring alarms. And I should have rejoiced that I got a little extra sleep. But I turned it off and I actually kind of lamented the loss. And it's the loss of gathering. Some of you have even shared that you've missed gathering as we do for encouragement, to be reminded of who God is and who you are. And so today feels really disrupted in the midst of this health crisis. And even the announcement this morning from the governor feels like the greatest disruption, even with our schools being closed. So I wanted to offer you some thoughts on this and give you a word that came to me this morning as I was reading scripture, and it's the word mindful. It's the word mindful that is written by King David when he writes in Psalm 8, and he's asking some big questions, like a rhetorical question in prayer. What is it, God, that you're mindful of us? As he was thinking about how big the rest of the world is and how small he felt. And he says, what is it that you're mindful of us in all of creation and all that's going on around the world? You're mindful of us. So I want to offer that word to you today and for this week. And I want you to remember this in 3 different ways, that God is mindful of you and where you are, how you feel, the weight of the announcements even today, and that God is mindful of you and he's mindful of me and he's mindful of us in our community. That God knows you, he knows your needs, he is a God of provision, that he'll meet our needs within our community, that he's faithful, that he's mindful. And the second way that I'm going to invite you to receive this word mindful is this, of being mindful of others. When there's crisis and when there are times within the world's history that have caused a lot of conflict, whether it's been in war, famine, or even in disease, the church has run toward the challenge, toward the need. And that's our opportunity to be mindful of our neighbors, mindful of our community within Lakeside, and also within our community here in the broader West Metro. And so we're listening for the needs that will arise because of schools being closed and opportunities for us to then meet needs. And so we're mindful of some of the leaders within our schools and within our community and how we might respond. But be mindful of others' needs, how you might meet those. And so in this email that you also received is an opportunity for you to fill out a form to say, I could help with this. I've seen others already online within your neighborhood groups say, I'm available. Maybe it's your opportunity to provide a meal, to go make an errand and drive out because someone's immunity is compromised, or there's a threat truly to them if they were to be exposed to more of the spaces that maybe you're able to handle. So that's an opportunity for us to be mindful. And so in that form, you can say, I could provide childcare. I could run an errand. I could do some physical labor, whatever it might be. We'd love to create kind of a base for when we receive these needs within our community. We have a good group that we can email and say, hey, this is a need. How might you help? And the third way that I'm going to invite you to be mindful is be mindful in prayer. Some of the changes that have happened even this morning, there are families that are disrupted because of the care needs that are offered through the schools, through food, or for just simple places for their kids to go to now that they won't be provided anymore. Be mindful in prayer of our leaders in our community, our teachers who are frankly really tired because they've been preparing this last week. Be mindful in prayer for the people who you receive services from, the grocery store workers, the retail workers. Be mindful in prayer of the people in our community that respond and put themselves in places where a lot of us would run away from. But it's being mindful in prayer that God is bigger than all of this, but also that we're aware of what's going on inside. So beginning this week, friends, we are going to be sharing with you different ways to encourage you, to connect you to invite you to participate. So if you haven't done so already, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and also then subscribe to our new channel that is on YouTube. And when you do that, you'll get the updates when we post something. You'll find it on the web. We're just trying to put out communications wherever it might be. But as we've learned in history, when there is a crisis and when there's a significant need, innovation accelerates. And this is an opportunity for us to get into something that we've dreamed to do, is to reach more people in different and fresh ways. And so we're going to try some of that. We'll do more with video and more with messaging and communications, and then also invite you to participate in different ways as well, that we will continue as a community. And so continue to pray for others. Pray that God will be seen and put on display in these times of great need. Grace and peace to you, Lakeside. We love you.